It's the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE versus the Google Pixel 8a. Technically, I guess, the mid-range matchup for each respective manufacturer here in the United States. I guess so because Samsung held the A55 out of the U.S. The A35 is not really the competitor to the 8a. So even though there's quite a price gap between these two, and they couldn't be more different. We'll talk about that as well in a moment. These devices appeal to very different consumers and very different people, but at different price ranges. You know, the Pixel 8a is at more of the range that you'd find a typical or more traditional mid-range phone. $500 should be less, probably on a carrier deal or Black Friday's coming up. There's so many ways to get this under $500. That's really what you should be doing. But the same thing over here for the Galaxy S24 FE, $650, which is very steep for this particular phone. But again, Samsung trade-ins, Best Buy gift cards, carrier deals, so many ways to get this price down well under $500. So let's talk about what each of these ones provides if you're taking a look at a mid-range phone here in 2024. Number one, the Galaxy S24 FE, gorgeous display. 6.7-inch display, just a really nice experience. Poppy colors. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't like the saturated colors, you don't like the overly vibrant colors, the natural tones can be put on this one. You go into display settings, looks really nice. Just an overall excellent experience. And it does give you that kind of full-on larger smartphone experience that so many people want. You're getting kind of that flagship level sizing at 6.7 inches. Still 1080p like the Pixel 8a, but a vibrant one, a crisp one, just an overall gorgeous display. Is very hard to beat this. And yes, there are some bezels, but boy, if you're on the bezel police, then don't even look. Turn away because you got the 8a. Now, I am not somebody who cares about bezels, but just understand that the Pixel 8a design, just in general, is the most pixel I think we've had since the Pixel 3. It just leans into full-on quirkiness. The Google Quirk design is on full display here on the 8a, and I kind of like it. You know, 6.1-inch display, so a very different experience in the hand, different feel. You know, I didn't talk about the build materials, but the S24 FE, a lot more premium than the 8a. You're getting Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. You're getting the aluminum frame. You get a frame over here as well, metal frame over here, but Gorilla Glass 3. It's just the overall, just the materials used make it feel like the S24 FE is a much more premium device. Samsung kind of angled the design of the S24 FE to be a less expensive flagship. Google really didn't have any notions like that, any goals like that. They just wanted to release a budget device or a mid-range device that gave you the Pixel experience, which in their mind is software and camera. You know, there really wasn't a Google feel to the phone. So there was nothing for them to kind of copy a design language. Samsung had a design language that it's used for perhaps too long on its flagship devices that it could bring down to a device like this to loan it some premium status. Google didn't really have that. They've changed their design a few times now. They're refining it, so they just went with a full-on Pixel experience. Now, that being said, 6.1-inch display, yes, it's smaller. Is it as nice as the display on the S24 FE? No, but it's not a bad display. Actual display, gets plenty bright, saturated, nice. You're really not going to notice anything. On a smaller display, 1080p, it's a gorgeous display. I do think the S24 display is better, but I'm not complaining about either one of them. And then again, you're saving $150, $200 between these two phones. Let's talk performance. 8 gigs of RAM apiece. Performance is snappy. You got a Tensor G3 over here in the 8a. You have the newer Exynos 2400E over here. Initially, I thought it was just below a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Now it seems like it clocks above that. You know, benchmarks don't really matter. Both really snappy phones. You will know where you're going to notice a power gap. You're going to notice a power gap in intensive apps that are not AI related. You know, Magic Editor over here works just as fast as the whatever they call it over here for the Galaxy devices. In fact, it's really snappy. Magic Editor, I was circling something, and I was able to move it within seconds, and the same over here. So as far as AI stuff, because of the way that Google kind of tailors their devices, you're not going to notice a huge difference power-wise. Intensive apps, non-AI stuff, gaming is where you're going to notice a huge difference between these two phones. The vapor chamber in here, plus the additional power of the chipset, makes the S24 FE the much, much, much better choice for gamers overall. Genshin Impact loads up to medium settings, nice and smooth. Low settings over here with slowdowns. This was not meant to be a gaming phone. This was meant to be an AI, lifestyle, whatever phone. Samsung's trying to give you the best of both worlds. They do a pretty decent job at it, but again, you pay more. Where the 8A excels, camera. Throw up some shots. Much better camera, I think, on the Pixel 8A versus the Galaxy S24 FE. I think you're really getting a really nice image. It's sharper, more detail. Yes, the colors are more natural. Flatter colors. A lot of people are going to maybe complain about that. Maybe on social media it's not as nice, but then again, you could edit that after the fact. It's harder to turn down kind of what Samsung's computational photography has done. Now, don't get me wrong. This is the S24 FE, significantly better camera-wise than the S23 FE. Still a really nice image, still warm, still nice processing. I like what the Samsung S24 FE is putting out, but I think overall, if you take it just 100 shots, right, just 100 point-and-shoot shots over all lighting conditions, you're going to be significantly happier with the outputs on the whole of the Pixel 8A than you are something like the S24 FE. Battery life is a wash. Really no concerns on either. Speakers are slightly better on the S24 FE, but the battery charging is equally as pathetic on both of these devices. I think it's 25 watts over here and whatever the less than 20 watts over here of charging on these two devices. But it really is, it comes down to what your preference is. Samsung is trying to be everything to everybody in the mid-range. They want you to spend that $600 and be, or $650, I should say, and be like, you know what? This is what we're going to give you. We're going to give you AI. We're going to give you a premium build. We're going to give you a nice display. We're going to give you 7 years of software support, okay? Those are things that they're trying to do, but they're making you pay for it in the mid-range. Over here, the Pixel 8A is exactly what the A series has always been. It's not about design. It's not about giving you a near flagship experience. It's, hey, we're going to give you the software stuff. We're going to give you 7 years of support. We're going to give you enough power in a kind of budget, I should say mid-range build. We're going to give you that camera, but we're not going to pretend this is something that could compete with some of the flagship devices. So that's really the decision you got to make. You pay more over here. If you're somebody who takes a lot of photos, you got to pick up the Pixel. Okay? That's really where you're going to want to be. Get this on a discount. Get this under $500. Get this for like $450. You're in good shape. If you want more of everything, if you want a game, if you need that bigger display experience, which a lot of people do, if you want a more premium feeling phone in the hand and you just love One UI, then you're going to want to go for the S24 FE, even at the additional price. If there's like a $100 gap here, you're getting $100 more phone on the S24 FE. I know everybody wants to hate on it, and I'm right there because the price, initially I hated on it as well because of the price. But there's so many ways to level that playing field now between the carrier deals and the discounts and the trade-ins and everything else that it's hard to hate on it because the rest of it is actually pretty good. So as much as we want to hate on the S24 FE, understand that boils down to price, and price can change. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with this phone. Same over here. There's nothing fundamentally wrong. But for that $450, that $500, you are making sacrifices. You are making gaming sacrifices. There are things that you miss over here that you don't miss over here, with the exception of the camera. Now, don't buy this because you think you're getting AI. Don't buy this because Galaxy AI, you think Samsung is kind of talking you into, oh, it's value added. No, no, no. You're getting most of the AI on this that you are over here, if not more, to be perfectly honest. So don't buy this because of AI. Buy this because it's a good smartphone if you could get a price. Buy this if you like that Pixel software, you want a smaller phone that still gives you great performance, feels good in the hand, and an excellent camera. That's where I fall on these two devices. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.